Hey there, and welcome. Today we are doing something incredibly fun. We're going on a digital passport tour right through Unit 3 of our learning journey. Whether you're a fourth grader gearing up for a big review, or really just anyone who wants to totally master the online world, I promise we're going to make these concepts not just easy to get, but actually super fascinating. So, are you ready? Let's dive in and get those digital passports stamped. Here is our map for today's journey. We've got 5 main stops: being a digital citizen, how we communicate online, rules for digital chatting, amazing digital learning tools, and finally, smart online research. Let's get this tour started.
All right, stop number 1, being a digital citizen.
So what does that actually mean? Well, digital citizenship is simply your ability to use digital technology ethically, responsibly, and safely. Think about it kind of like being a good citizen in your own hometown. I mean, you wouldn't just throw trash on the street or start shouting in a quiet library, right? Being a digital citizen means using technology to learn, to play, and to connect, all while following some really important safety rules and, of course, treating everyone with respect.
And that brings us to a massive concept you absolutely need to know: your digital footprint. This is basically a permanent record of everything you do online. The websites you visit, the photos you post, the comments you write down, literally every single click leaves a trail. It's exactly like walking in wet sand. Those footprints stick around for a long time. So the big takeaway here is that we must always think carefully before we hit post or send. We want our footprint to be a really positive one.
Now take a look at the family right here. A huge part of being a good digital citizen is building healthy daily habits, like knowing when to actually set some boundaries as a family. Balancing your screen time is a major rule for staying healthy and safe online. It's not just about what you're doing on the internet, but how much time you spend doing it. And when you pair that with using strong, secure passwords and respecting other people's intellectual property, you're totally nailing this digital responsibility thing.
Speaking of respecting others, we really need to talk about piracy. What is it? Piracy is copying or stealing content, like a really cool story, a fun video game, or your favorite hit song, just to share or sell it without getting permission. Let me be super clear about this. Piracy is the exact opposite of good digital citizenship. It's taking someone else's hard work without asking. Always make sure to give credit to the sources where you get your information or your entertainment.
Okay, moving right along to Section 2, how we communicate online.
The digital world basically breaks communication down into 2 big categories: synchronous and asynchronous. Now, I know those sound like giant, complicated science words, but the difference is actually brilliantly simple. Synchronous communication happens in real time. That means you get an instant response, kind of like when you're talking to a friend face-to-face. Asynchronous communication, on the other hand, does not happen at the same time. You send a message, and the other person can just reply later on when they're ready. So it's all about choosing the right tool for your message. Synchronous tools, like video chats, live TV shows, and instant chat rooms, are absolutely perfect for quick, everyday chats or fast-paced school discussions. But your asynchronous tools, like good old email, those are much better for sending a formal message or sharing really large, important files where you honestly don't need a split-second reply. Let's test your knowledge real quick. Imagine you have a quick emergency and you need help right this very second. Which type of communication is best? Think about it for a second. Yep, you guessed it. Synchronous communication is the clear winner here, because it gives you an instant response. You'd want to make a phone call or start a video chat so someone can answer you immediately.
Awesome. Let's roll into Section 3, rules for digital chatting.
Think of these rules as your own personal digital shield. It keeps video calls and chat rooms safe and fun for everybody. First, always mute your microphone when you aren't actually speaking so you don't broadcast annoying background noise. Second, be properly dressed. You should treat a video call just like you're out in a public place. Third, make sure there's absolutely no personal information, like your home address, visible in your camera background. And finally, in chat rooms, remember that anyone can read what you write, so always be polite, be helpful, and keep it positive. Now let's compare that to email and instant messaging. Email is a bit more serious, right? It's your tool for formal situations. You always need to make sure you fill out the to address field, give a clear subject line so the person knows what it's about, and try to use correct grammar. Instant messaging, or IM, that's your informal tool. This is the fun zone. You can drop in emojis, send funny pictures, and just chat casually with your friends. Understanding when to use which tool is a major sign of a great digital citizen. Next up, Section 4, Amazing Digital Learning Tools.
Guys, look at this fantastic lineup of resources. The internet is packed with magic if you know where to look. First, we have the Egyptian Knowledge Bank, or EKB, which is an absolutely massive digital library that gives you incredible articles and videos in pretty much all fields, right here in Egypt. Then there's Interactive Mapmaker for amazing online mapping and data collection. And we also have Edmodo. It creates these amazing virtual online learning environments where teachers and students can talk, share homework, and take quizzes no matter where they are in the world.
But let's zoom in on Vlabby for a second. Imagine you want to mix a bunch of crazy chemicals just to see what happens, but you really don't want to make a giant, dangerous mess in your kitchen. Well, Vlabby is a platform designed perfectly for conducting scientific experiments in a totally safe, interactive virtual environment. You get all the fun of a real science lab right there on your computer screen without any of the danger. I mean, how cool is that?
And finally, our last stop, Section 5, Smart Online Research.
Every great internet detective needs a master plan. So here is a simple, foolproof 3-step recipe for starting your research. Step 1. Choose your topic. Set your goal and know exactly what you're trying to learn. Step 2. Choose the types of sources you want to look at. Things like texts, audios, videos, or images. And Step 3, which is honestly the most critical. Evaluate your sources. Planning ahead like this ensures that the information you put into your school project is totally correct and reliable.
And evaluating your sources really means knowing the difference between what's reliable and what's totally unreliable. Reliable sources are your gold standard. They're written and verified by actual experts. They're well written and they don't have spelling or grammar mistakes. Unreliable sources? Well, those are full of personal opinions, silly errors, or sometimes even flat-out lies. You really have to watch out for things like random Facebook posts, personal blogs, and wiki pages, where absolutely anyone, even someone who knows nothing about the topic, can just log in and edit the text. So, pro tip, always stick to the experts.
Okay, so once you have all your fantastic, reliable facts, it's time to build your final report. You want to use an outline to make sure it flows logically. Step 1 is your introduction. This is where you introduce your amazing topic to the reader. Step 2 is your supporting paragraphs, which is where you present all those incredible facts and information you just found. Finally, Step 3 is your conclusion. This neatly wraps up your whole report and gives your final thoughts on everything you just shared.
And just like that, our digital passport tour is coming to a close. We've covered digital citizenship, how to communicate, online manners, cool learning tools, and smart research. So, as we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final, incredibly important question. Take a step back and look at everything you learned today. All these amazing rules, tools, and habits. What kind of digital footprint will you leave today? I challenge you to go out there, use your technology wisely, and make the digital world a better, brighter place. Thanks so much for exploring with me, and keep on learning.